Hello, my friends. It's Marilyn. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I have this bountiful fall page that I create with October 2020 limited edition kit by My Creative Scrapbook. Look, these beautiful papers that are from the collection by Prima that is featuring this month in the kit. Well, let's get started with the tutorial. The first thing is prime the paper. I use this clear gesso and I apply a coat with my spatula. Then I'm going to dry it, and now the paper will be ready for the mixed media product that I'm going to use in this layout later. Second step is the stencil work. I am using washi tape to attach this stencil to the paper. This stencil is from my stop. I think it's from Donna Downey. And now I am mixing two acrylic paint direct on the paper, I know. And over the paper, I'm with the paintbrush. I am mixing both paints and cover the stencil area. You see, I am covered. This is a huge stencil. It looks more like a paint stain. You will see later. I will show you. I will dry a little, and then I am adding more white paint splatter with a little of water, and with a sponge I am dabbing over all this paint, like I'm making a sponge technique, just to blend well the edges and to soften a little the color on the background. And I think that it is ready now. I want to show you how looks this stencil. Let me remove it, and you can see here it's like a stain. You see? Okay, now I am cutting here some circles in the pattern paper, because I use my circular punches. I'm going to show you. I use this, the 1.5 and the 1 1/8 inch, and I punch out several circles in white cardstock and from the pattern paper from the collection. Then I take all the circles and I ink in all the edges with the Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. Here I went back to the pattern paper, and I decided to extend the paint stain on the background, but I put the same acrylic paint, and with the paintbrush I just give this shape on the background. And I'm going to dry and show you now how it looks. You see? And now that I extend this, is that I use the stencil that comes this month in the kit, and I'm going to use a little of the washi tape too to attach here in the bottom part of the paper. And I take a brush and I'm inking, use the Distress Oxide ink in Vintage Photo to give the design of the stencil on the background. You can see here how it looks, and I will add a few here and in this corner, and it looks so cool. You can see. Now I put a photo, and I think that I am happy how it looks. Now I'm going to start to build my composition using all the circles that I cut. Take a look. It's all adhered right now. Look the dimensions and the layer. I like how it looks, but I want to add more textures on the background, so I'm using this stamp by Rivera with the same Distress Oxide ink, the vintage photo, and I'm inking in, or stamping, I should say, excuse me, stamping on the background in a specific area because I want to make a balance between the brown circles and this stamp with the brown ink on the background. I add in a little here in this area that it looks very green, and I think that I am happy how it looks now. Look, I also stamped some of the white circles and I put the photo just to see what else I need. Now I'm going to work with my title, that is the Bountiful Words by Creative Embellishment, the chipboard that comes in the kit, and I'm going to add the white acrylic paint with the sponge. I cover all the word and I add enough of the acrylic paint. Then I add the embossing powder over the this gold embossing powder is by Blue Fern Studio, and I add over the wet paint. Then I melt the embossing, and you will see how beautiful it looks over the paper. Let me put the paper. Look, it stands out now. Now I will continue to make to finish my composition. I will add the flowers by Prima, the cheesecloth, and I'm going to let you with music, and I come back soon. You see here I add cheesecloth behind this circle, and there I shine the pumpkin by this lantern and this sign and the pine cone and this leaf. I add more cheesecloth here and here, and now I will add, you will see how the page will change when I add more circles with this gold foil. You will see. After all that blast of gold foil on the page, I decided to add textures on the background, and I'm using the Vintage Photo Glitter by Tim Holtz Ranger. I just love this glitter because it gives, it's perfect for a paper like this one that has this vintage feel, that are more vintage. It gives a little of sparkling, but just a little. It looks more vintage, and that glimmer, it makes sense. I hope that you will see that at the end, the photos, the lovely texture that it brings, and without too much shining. And now I'm adding my favorites, that are the art stone, and I apply both the art stone and the glitter with gel medium. And I'm adding the art stone over all the layers. Then I cover the photo, and now I am giving white paint splatters over all this work. I just love, because the white paint splatter will give this shabby chic look, and I think that it smooths a little all these layers. And now you can see how it looks so far. I am drying, and I've decided now to add more tiny circles on the background, because I noticed that when I add these small circles on the background, it smooths the transition between one layer and the second one. It is too much circles on the background, and I think that it softens the edges when you add these tiny circles. You will see how they look so far. And I have a question for you. Do you like with the gold circles, or you prefer how it looks before without the gold circles? Let me comment down below, because I don't know, it looks pretty only with the white and brown, but I don't know why I fell in love with the gold. And here you can see how it looks, how is the final result. Sorry for the angle, it's not the best one, but you can see here at least all the dimension that the page has. And I'm going to show you soon the photos outside, but let me show you this tiny circle that it cost me $1. Look how pretty it is. And I am so happy that I bought it, because I just love the tiny circle. You can see here all the dimensions, the textures. And my friend, I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. If you like it, please bring me a thumbs up, share this video. And I have for you 2 more videos here that maybe you are interested. And I come back soon with a new video tutorial. Nos vemos, bye bye.